as the Magic are about to go into this interconference contest right here. 2K Sports brings you Friday night NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. On the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. You look at the Pelicans, things have really gone south on them. Over the course of the last 7 games, they've gone 1-6.
You know, they've looked a bit lost.
And for Orlando.
And what a joy it must have been for this young man to learn that he'll be on this roster for the remainder of the season.
Well, you know, hats off to him. Kudos to him because he's done everything he could to stick in the league, and it appears that all that hard work has paid off for him. You love to see a guy reap the fruit of his work.
And another shot. He lays it in.
That's an efficient start for them offensively, working it inside for the easy 2 points.
Yeah, Clark, I think they can really attack this club in the paint. That's where they can win this game if they dominate there.
Tipped away. It's stolen by Davis. One-on-one fast break. And the basket by Gordon.
You know, as soon as that steal was made, it was over. That was going to be a bucket the whole way.
That's exactly how a turnover cost you. Tyreke Evans is an athletic slashing guard. He's really gifted at getting to the rim. But I think his outside shot, the inconsistency of his outside shot has held him back a bit. Ironically, he's a pretty good free throw shooter, but still lacks that touch from mid-range on field goal attempts.
Davis with a screen on Harris. Evans attacking. No luck. Some solid defense from Harris. For the Orlando Magic, they come in off a good outing against New York.
You know, so often in the NBA we talk about how you have to earn your points the hard way, but it didn't seem like that was the case. Everything came pretty easily.
Too many of their points came the easy way, Steve. You're right. On dunks and layups against a defense that didn't really put up much resistance.
Gordon, the pass to Holiday. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it go with a 3. It's hauled in by the Magic.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, he had a really good look. I mean, he'll knock that down more often than not.
No good from the kid. Pelicans trail by 3. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Kevin, I was able to speak momentarily with Monty Williams. He said that if they wanted to double their wins against them, they'll have to be just as sharp as they were in their first meeting, saying, we can't get sloppy now and expect to win. We have to be just as judicious with what shots we take as we were the first time around. We'll see if they can replicate that, guys.
And Doris, appreciate the report. We'll get to see early on here how coaches focus on their shot selection comes to fruition, guys.
Well, the way we'll see it is if they're getting good ball movement and setting good screens and running their half-court sets the way they can.
Well, that's the way you get high-quality shots. That's where they come from. Those things you just talked about, Steve, no question.
And he gets it to go. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Holiday dishes to Gordon. Passes it to Davis. The fadeaway. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Vucevic a screen on Gordon. Here's the kid. Rebound Asik. Pelicans trail by 3.
It took some time, and fans might have been unsure for a while, but clearly the Pelicans have a direction for this team now, and I think they're a franchise on the rise.
And that one's good.
You know, he's got a quick trigger from that range, and he senses that the defense has backed off.
So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group. Nicholson's checked in for Vucevic. Gordon comes in for Channing Frye. Harkless is checked in for Harris. And Evan Fournier subbed in for Luke Ridden. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Anderson, he's checked in for Davis. Salmons comes in for Tyreke Evans. Fredette, he's checked in for Eric Gordon. And it's Austin Rivers in for Drew Holiday. A nice shot by Rivers.
And with the Pelicans getting a franchise big like they did with Davis always helps, but they're also active in acquiring talent to grow around him.
Pass to Fournier. The pass to the kid. Shot clock at 6. A 3-ball. Fredette grabs the miss. For the Pelicans, getting young talent is one thing. And they want to make sure, Clark, that they got the right talent to fit alongside their stars.
Kevin, I really think sometimes the cohesiveness and the fitting of the parts is overlooked and undervalued. And Pelicans are trying to make that a real priority. Not only do we want talent, but we want it to fit together nicely. And you got to give them kudos for that.
That's a good point. A kid, the shot is off. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And the glaring factor for me in that loss was the poor rebound. And they got destroyed on the glass.
Yeah, they were outworked. I mean, it's plain and simple. To rebound the ball, you got to work. You got to do your work early. You got to be physical. You got to go after the ball. And you can't give up. And they just didn't work hard enough.
And he connects with the jumper. The kid's got 11 points.
He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
Now here's Rivers. He's guarded closely. Anderson outside. On the wing, Salmons. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second on the floor for Orlando. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Omer Asik, he's checked in for Anderson. Evans comes in for Miller. Gordon's checked in for John Salmons. And it's Drew Holiday in for Fredette. The kid, he's in at shooting guard. Fournier out there with Harris. Then there's Channing Frye. And it's Ridnour in at the 1. That's who's out there for Orlando. Here's Holiday. The basket good off the assist from Evans. And it's 9 points for Drew Holiday.
Well, it looks like he's finally found his footing in this game. His first quarter was a real struggle, but he's gotten it going now.
Gordon against Ridnour. Gordon kicks to Davis. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. Now it's a 5-point Pelican lead. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Pelicans.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
I think they're also getting some good looks in transition, doing a nice job of running the floor.
Here's Ridnour. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
And the defense did a pretty good job of closing off the middle once he got inside the lane.
Holiday, the pass to Evans. New Orleans moving it around. Asik dishes to Holiday. Evans outside. A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. Great look, but off the mark. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Yeah, that's the right move. Get a good possession here, play defense, and get one more opportunity to score.
Here's the kid. From down in the low post, it goes. The kid's got 5 points now this quarter.
Got a lot of momentum going with his own game. It's been great today, just as hot as he was last time out.
Here's Evans. 11 points for him in that last game against Indiana.
And don't forget, guys, his playmaking was sensational. I mean, he saw the floor, making the game so easy for his teammates.
Maurice Harkless is checked in for Orlando. And the Pelicans also making a change. Austin Rivers, he's checked in for Drew Holiday. Passes it to the kid. Dishes it to Ridnour. Misses off the right iron.
You just assume he's going to knock those down when he's as open as he was there.
Close game as we wrap up the second.
All right, listen up, everybody. The second half doesn't have to be as close as the first.
And now the start of the second half. Neither. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Andrew Nicholson, he's checked in for Vucevic. Gordon comes in for Channing Frye. For Tobias Harris. And it's Payton in for Luke Ridnour. The Pelicans also changing it up. Anderson, he's checked in for Anthony Davis. Salmons comes in for Tyreke Evans. And it's Fredette in for Eric Gordon. So the Pelican 5 right now. We've got Selma. Omer Ashik is out there with Anderson. Then it's Holiday, and it's Fredette in at the 2 spot. The kid, he's checked in for Victor Oladipo. He's off on the second. For New Orleans, they've gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the 3rd quarter. And Holiday kicks to Fredette. The steal. And up the court come the Magic on the break. On up the court. The shot by Harkless, no good.
This game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding is one thing that they've been able to dominate.
Yeah, they've chased down that pumpkin often.
That gives them the lead. And it's 13 points for Drew Holiday.
You know, it seems like when they've gone to him, he's really come through, and that's not something they should get away from.
Here's the kid. The rebound by Anderson. The Pelicans have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break.
Ryan Anderson, one of the sweetest shooting big men in the league. Deep range with that quick release. Tell you what, at his height, he doesn't need much daylight to get it off.
And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Elfrid Payton has some very noticeable hair on the floor. He said the story behind it is as follows. Me and my teammates in high school agreed we wouldn't cut our hair the entire season until we won a state championship. We wound up losing in the semifinals, but I liked what it was doing and just let it keep growing and growing. Guys, will it ever end?
We'll see if it does. Thanks, Doris.
And you look at Ryan Anderson, he's an efficient scorer. Like a lot of shooters, he doesn't turn it over much while getting his baskets.
.50 seconds left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Selman's no luck.
I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
Payton drives in on the money from 12 feet away. And three-point shooting maybe never more in demand than it is right now in the NBA. And Steve, considering too that Ryan Anderson has one of the more desirable contracts in the NBA.
Yeah, well, he's a true spread forward who also does a nice job of getting offensive rebounds. And it's a good combination for somebody who spends so much of his time behind the arc.
New Orleans making some changes here. And Anthony Davis is checked in for Asha. Miller comes in for Jimmer Fredette. And it's Rivers in for Drew Holiday. Good. 21 points for the kid. 3rd quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Sure has been. I mean, guys, momentum is hard to come by in this one. I mean, it seems like one team gets the lead and then the other one storms right back.
Yeah, and that is evidenced by the 8 lead changes we've seen so far.
A nice shot by Rivers.
And he came off that screen. The defense just couldn't get over the top. Beautiful play.
Yep, and without a hand in his face, he's going to bury those.
Tune in. And at the close of the... And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game. Harkless comes in for Harris. And it's the kid in for Luke Ridenour. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Omer Ashik, he's checked in for Davis. Darius Miller comes in for Tyreke Evans. John Selman, he's checked in for Gordon. And it's Jimmer Fredette in for Austin Rivers. Oladipo and Harkless at the 2 and the 3. Ryan Vucevic are the power forward and center. And it's the kid in at the point. That's who's out there for Orlando.
And they're not finished yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, that's how you close out a game, Steve.
Shoots it up. He drains the quick shot.
Boy, he's so hard to stop, guys, because he poses a ton of matchup problems for the defense.
Well, for New Orleans, shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. And it's good. Fredette's got the lead up to 12 now for New Orleans.
This is going to be a great game for them. No win on the road comes easy in the NBA. Nice performance.
Any player loves sending his own fans home happy. He loves even more sending opposing fans home miserable.
And another three-pointer to their second half total.
Yeah, they caught that long-range bug at halftime, and it's been bombs away ever since.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Good. And Miller gets the assist. And the Pelicans lead by 11.
Time to turn out the lights on this game.
I think they deserve a ton of credit for the way they played here today. Truly a professional display.
Good on the shot.
He's made his impact by way of the three-point shot today, and that's another big one there.
Tell you what, with a few more of them, we've got a real ball game on our hands here.
And here is Salmons. So New Orleans.
Yo, what's going on tonight? I'm running free all over the court. You didn't give me the rock.
Man, what are you talking about?
Man, I'm talking about making sure I get my touches, yo. Move the basketball, share with your teammates. Make the extra pass so we get easy looks. Got it?
You might be right, man. I probably did have a little tunnel vision out there tonight. Next game, I'll make sure I share the ball more with you, all right? Cool?
Cool.
I was in town with another one of my clients, Dante Exum, and had to see if the rumors were true. Guess they are. New digs. Look who's moving up in this world. I'm sure you already know Dante, the biggest player to come out of Australia since, since ever. He can run the point, move over to the two-guard, whatever anybody needs. He's about to take the league by storm.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
And this is the man I was telling you about, Dante. Destined to be the biggest undrafted success in the history of the league. Ballin', making money, going places.
Maybe, but he's gonna have to go through me to get there.
Boy, you acting like that's a challenge.
Take it however you want. You see what I mean on the court.
Fellas, let's keep it cordial. We're all in the same money-making family here.